Microphone check, microphone check. Just one click. All right. Hopefully this ends up being really fun and valuable for everybody. So, if I could have Bob, are you going to run? Oh, no, nice. Steven's going to run it for us.
Yes, indeed.
I think, hang on, we got a traveling one too.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, thank you all for being here tonight. It's great. Thank you for Bob for allowing me to support you. You know, I think this is a very fun time of the year. We've got a lot of young ones crossing over. We've got young ones graduating. We've got moving from elementary to middle school to high school. So, and then all of our Eagle Scouts. I think it's important for us to offer moments of prayer for them as well. So this evening, if you could please prepare yourself in a manner you're accustomed to and join me for prayer. This is the Serenity Prayer. Many of you are very comfortable with this and have very familiar with it as well. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as the pathway to peace, taking, as he did, the sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that he will make all things right if I surrender to his will, that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with him forever. Amen.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, if you would all please join me. We're going to do our pledge, oath, law, outdoor code. Scout salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Scout signs. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, to be careful with fire, be considerate in the outdoors, and to be conservation-minded. 2. Okay, so tonight's agenda, we are going to have a safety moment of psychological first aid. Hot topic is unit website resources. We've got breakouts, Cub Scouts, we're going to be talking about games, and I'm probably going to sing at you because of who I am as a person. And then for Scouts BSA, we're going to be discussing trailer safety and organization. So for volunteers, we are always looking for more unit commissioners. Could I have any of my unit commissioners who are in the room right now stand up, please? All right, I see a couple. I know we got a few more. Awesome. So what I'm going to try to do, if you have not been to Roundtable before, you haven't been here in a while, I'm going to try to get unit leaders introduced to unit commissioners. They are going to be a great resource for you to tie you into the resources available at the district level. Okay, and I think we've got the rest of our folks in the back there. So, John.
This month is our safety moment of psychological first aid. May is typically mental health awareness. Now, next slide, please. This is what we're going to talk about tonight. A bunch of dots and dashes. Excellent. QR code, please scan that. There is a wealth, a plethora, a raft, a boatload of information that is available. Thank you very much to Brad Johnston for putting that, creating that. This is a link to his Dropbox that has all sorts of scouting and other mental health first aid tips, traps, treats, etc., etc. All sorts of links to that. It works. And it's good. So typically, you know, the purpose of psychological first aid, also known as mental health first aid, is to provide basic care, comfort, support to anyone who is experiencing stress. Stay alert to signs of stress in yourself and others. You know, we all experience stress. Sometimes it's work, sometimes it's relationship issues. Sometimes something happens that is just overwhelming. So it's always good to take care of yourself. We do a good job with, relatively speaking, with the physical stuff, but this mental health first aid stuff tends to be something that people don't want to talk about. It's sort of a cultural type of thing, especially amongst guys. But a lot of people everybody just doesn't want to talk about it because there's a big stigma over it. It's okay to talk, it's okay to ask for help. Now, some symptoms that are out there. We've probably seen this. Excessive alcohol or drug use, not taking care of yourself, withdrawing from family, friends, excessive anger, things like that. Now, how can you help? Listen and strive to be kind. That's probably the best thing we can do, because you don't really know what's going on inside these noggins up here of everybody out there. Be calm and compassionate. Respond to basic needs and provide a safe place for people. Seek professional counseling when necessary. As much as possible, maintain a normal schedule. Now, some things we can also do with scouting related is to encourage positive, distracting activities like scouting, sports, reading, and exercising in moderation, because exercising too much can also be something that's symptomatic of a problem. Now, stress is something that sometimes does require professional help. It's okay to get it. Now, there's several sites out there that may not be on here. I want to point them out to you. I will read them off very briefly. NAMI, NAMI.org, NAMI.org, National Association for Mental Illness. Excellent resources. They offer peer-to-peer counseling where people who are experiencing issues can talk to one another. They offer a family-related type of things where you can learn about a family member who may have issues. And of course, there's the 988colorado.com, which is in case you're experiencing some severe mental health issues like suicide. You can always call 988 too if you are experiencing some serious mental health issues. And of course, mental health first aid. Just put an MHFA into your computer, and it'll take you to a link called Mental Health First Aid, spelled out.org. Now, today, I will share a personal story. 12 years ago today, our son, who had schizophrenia, passed away. And it is always difficult. This is a difficult day for my wife and I. And it may show. But 12 years on, it still hurts on this day, especially for Karen. She's the one who found him. And those type of things, talking about it with other friends and people, getting professional help for it, talking to, if you're involved with church counselors, things like that, those are good things to do. So, that's my safety moment for this month. Next month, I hope it'll be a little more chipper. But, hey, here we go. Thanks.
Thank you, John. Okay, so we are talking hot topics about unit website. Are you ready?
I have slides.
Okay, perfect. Can you email them to Wayne? Where's Wayne? There's Wayne. What we may do is, while you guys get that worked out, I'll jump ahead, okay? Okay, so a couple of things. We have a number of online resources available if you want to grab a QR code here. The other thing that I want to remind everybody about is that the rolling slides will have all of our upcoming events on them, and there's a QR code over on the sign-in table that has that. So, and it will also link you to this presentation. So if you don't grab a picture of a slide that you want to see, go grab that. You'll have everything you want right there. Most of them have clickable links in them and everything else. Okay, so we've got upcoming activities here. We have a Google Calendar. If you're not familiar with that, that's a great place to find information on upcoming events. And again, these are going to go pretty fast. Almost everything is over there on the table. You can grab it afterward. We have a roundtable survey trying to find out ways that we can continue to improve. So if you wouldn't mind giving us your opinion on that, that'd be great. We do have some advancement updates. So Citizenship and Society Merit Badge has been discontinued. People are not allowed to start that. If it's already been started, they are allowed to finish. And then also, there were a lot of Merit Badge updates this year. So for more details on that, like I said, grab the QR code for the presentation. You can find the link in there. It'll show you all the updates. For Eagle Scout advancement, we want to be looking at the January 2025 version. You can print it out from Scout Book, some changes in references. Also, the Eagle required merit badges have changed. Again, for details on that, grab the presentation. There will be links to everything in detail.
This is actually a perfect time for this.
Oh,
Is it okay? I hope so. Okay. There are some YouTube videos, which you just brought, for merit badges that you can use. And we're going to delve into this a little bit further between the two of us, but we might have more for you.
nice. So there will be a little bit of a break between this session and the breakout sessions that gives you a great opportunity to go check out whatever resources are on the tables over there. Looks like Wayne will have the binder there too. We were originally planning on doing our adult recognition dinner this month, but that is not happening. It's being delayed. So the nomination site for those district level awards will be up soon. We'll let people know when that is. We'll send out an email about it with a link to it.
What we're hoping to do is to have everything ready for you in August so you can give it to your units, and then we will recognize Noble Sage in the District Award of Merits here in at this meeting in August. But what we're going to do is the ones that are the unit ones, we're going to give them to you so they're still here this calendar year.
Okay, cool. So for the microphone, Wayne said August we'll have the district level awards, unit level awards will be handed out so you can distribute. Okay, the Cub Scout Day Camp for Black Feather District is dinosaur themed this year. There's a lot of information on this. All this information is also on the Google Calendar, clickable links to registration and everything else. So feel free to grab that. ESC has training events. They are up here. They are also in the rolling slides and they're on the district calendar as well. So feel free to grab them there. We have outdoor training. Baloo is coming up again. One of those is during Webelos weekend. There is also an Isles during Webelos weekend. Again, more information on the district calendar if you need clickable links for registration or anything else. We have Wood Badge coming this fall, and Andrew had a thing he wanted to say.
Yeah, I know most of you have probably taken the Wood Badge class course. I know that many of you have taken it more than once. If you don't know what it is, it's an adult leadership program that really amplifies everything you've learned at the unit level and through the position-specific training, teaches leadership skills. What I'm actually really asking all of you to do, though, is grab one of the flyers over there and hand it to somebody in your unit that you know needs to take it, since most of you have done it. If you haven't, I'm happy to talk to you more about it. But what I really want to make sure you know is that through through the end of June, it's an early bird pricing, so it's $25 off what it normally is. However, for every member that you bring with you, you get $25 more off up to 2. So you can save $75 off the cost of registration right now if you bring 2 people with you. So look for that info.
Nice. Thank you, Andrew.
Yep.
Okay. NYLT is coming up. We have 2 sessions with 2 troops each week. That is, if anybody's unfamiliar, for Scouts 13 years plus in first class. Again, more information is on the Google Calendar and in the presentations. This one is Tough to read. It's talking about National Jamboree. That is also this July. If you need more information on that, again, it's on the Google Calendar. It's on everything else. So we're not going to. That's very tiny writing. I don't even know if I could read it if I wanted to. Okay.
I haven't been able to, and I'm the one that put it up there.
All right. We have some information for Order of the Arrow. Again, I believe all of these things are on the district calendar. So if you need specifics or registration links or anything else, you can find them there.
If you have questions, just come ask me.
Yeah, Paytosh over there, he can help you out with any OA questions. Oop, hang on. I don't think we have any DEs in the room tonight, so
No, they are busy.
no worries. Okay, next roundtable, hopefully here. Hopefully here. We're going to be talking a handful of different things. Stop the bleed. Mike Fifehouse is going to come in and talk about state of the council for us. Cub Scouts,
I think that's going to happen.
we think, we'll see. Currently,
It'll be June or August. I haven't
perfect.
heard back from them.
All right, we want Cub Scouts. We're going to talk about activities and field trips. So if you have interest in summer field trips or field trips in the fall, come out and jump on that. Moulage is very exciting. Do you want to mention that real quick?
So what moulage is it is realistic injury makeup so that it looks like you actually do have a bone sticking out of your arm, or that the bruise on your knee really is because it turned 90 degrees. We are saying, come, bring your kids. Your kids are going to love this, especially those that have done NYLT and are already familiar with some moulage. I could use a couple extra hands. You're going to have a wonderful time, and you're going to look like you lost a war with something, but you're going to have fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, we did that a few years ago. It was a blast. I went home, and my wife was very concerned for my health. So I did a good job, I guess. All right. We're almost there. Should we be seeing this?
I want to make sure that those of you that are new to Roundtable, and if you haven't signed in, please do so. And those of you that have been here for a little while, check out your unit, and if there's people on there you have never heard of in years, please scratch them off. I try to do my best to keep up, but we just went through obviously a little bit of change. So, you know, with leaders moving on and whatnot, please, if you don't sign in, you weren't here. Thank you.
Also, please eat a lot of cookies. I made an unconscionable number of cookies.
When did you get up this morning, Jared?
4:30. I was too excited. I couldn't sleep anymore. Yeah, right? So yes, please eat cookies because I can't eat them. So if I take them home, they're just going to sit there. All right, we are getting very close. Does anybody have any questions for me about anything that we've kind of buzzed through? I know we went a lot faster than usual on some of the activities and things. We're looking good.
We're getting there.
See what's in that taxes folder.
I'm excited about the murder mystery. That one. I'm holding a microphone and I'm wearing a microphone. I'm in stereo probably. All right. Do I have any den chiefs in the house?
Found it. Hold on.
All right. How close are we, Wayne?
Very.
Very close? Do we have time for a song?
Yes.
All right, den chiefs, jump up here. All right, what are you singing? All right, what are we singing, den chiefs? Do you know David Hasselhoff? No, you don't know David Hasselhoff. Do you know Bazooka Bubblegum?
Yeah.
All right, hit it. Hit Bazooka Bubblegum.
I don't remember all the words.
All right. All right, do you want me to get them started?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so something I know is that your singing muscles are connected to your standing muscles. So you gotta stand up. Stand up. My mom gave me a penny. She said go buy a henny. But I didn't buy no henny. Instead, I bought some bubble gum. Bazooka, zooka, bubble gum. Bazooka, zooka, bubble gum. Some gum. I think we have a website. All right, we'll finish it later, though. We'll finish it later.
I just remembered all the words to it. Come on.
All right, there you go, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, my name is Pat. I'm with PAC 837. Recently, I used DreamHost to create a free website. Using AI, it took me probably like 3 or 4 hours to make a pretty nice website. Jared asked me to come explain what we did. This PowerPoint's designed to be a guide, so it's very long. I'm not going to cover every part of it, but it's as a leave behind to help you flip through and actually follow and do on your own when you decide to go do this. Okay, we'll skip that. So why should you have a website? I've already seen it increase in recruiting with our PAC. I've had 3 parents since January come up to meetings and like just show up at things. And I asked them how they got there and like, oh, we found your website. So actually, shockingly, it's been really, really helpful. It's one place for info, so I can send everybody to that spot. I have a Google Calendar thing that integrates in with our band, so everything's in one spot, including our PayPal links, which I took down recently, but I'm gonna put them back up, to pay dues, and if we're running an event that costs money, they can just go straight to the PayPal. And it also just makes you look real, right? Who trusts a place that doesn't have like a nice modern website, right? I struggle with that personally. And it's free, so it's just time and energy, and AI does an exceptional job in a very short amount of time. Okay, so the DreamHost link is gone. That's what I was struggling with this afternoon. But if you email them a support ticket titled nonprofit discount and you put your IRS 501c letter in there, they'll let you basically do the DreamHost thing for free. They'll give you a domain name. You can actually get, Patrick at 837pac.org, which is our domain that we have. And so you can actually have your email and everything running through there. Quick thing, who's covered? You have to have a 501c, but if your charter org is not currently using this capability and is willing to delegate it to you, then you can use your charter org. It just depends on whether or not your charter org is using that. And for those of you who are like, Pat, I don't have a 501c, why are you talking about this? In the appendix, I have information on how to make a 501c. Using AI, I did it in about 8 hours of my time. Cost me about $260, $10 the state of Colorado, $250 with the IRS, and they processed it in about 6 weeks. So you could be a 501c in 6 weeks if you want to be. But that is not the topic of this conversation, right? So what you're gonna do in 8 steps, apply for nonprofit hosting, verify your status, pick your domain name, open the AI builder, right? You're gonna put in a prompt, and I know you might be thinking, well, what prompt should I put in? Don't worry, we're gonna get into that. Customize the pages, you're gonna add your essentials and your embeds, and then you're gonna share it out broadly, right? So this is how you apply. We'll skip this bit here. You're gonna give the AI a good prompt, right? So here's an example of a prompt, which honestly, I had AI write this whole presentation, and I haven't reviewed every single word of it. So we'll assume that's a good prompt. I did read this over, and it looked pretty good. But you basically put your information in there when you're joining, and then I also would add what kind of pages and stuff you want on your website, and it'll literally just build the whole thing. It's really, really cool. Because I don't know how to make a website, just to be very clear. I also don't know how to make a PowerPoint. So I gave it the core pages of like about, calendar, join, photos, and contact. Your embeds you care about are the Google Calendar. So you want to say, hey, I want to put a Google Calendar link in. It might ask you for that depending on how the AI is working that day. Contact form, which I scrapped because it breaks all the time. I just put my email address up, but it's a little more secure to put a contact form. A link to PayPal, and once again, if you're a nonprofit, you can reduce your PayPal fees by getting their nonprofit status. You pay about half as much in fees if you do that. DreamHost will handle the SSL, the DNS, that's all handled automatically. And I don't update it monthly, but what I did for Scout Photos, and I think this is important, is you can go to the Scout website. Jared, what is it?
It's called the BSA Brand Center, and actually the council is making their own council brand center as well. We learned about that this weekend, so they're gonna have more council-specific stuff for us coming soon.
Awesome. There are no real pictures of any scouts in our unit on there, and there never will be. The only pictures that are on there, you'll see me, you'll see my committee leader, and then one of our den leaders, because 3 looked better than 2. But there's just 3 real actual people in Colorado on there. The rest of them are all from that brand site, and it looks really good. And it's nice and safe and secure, because we're not putting the scouts like physical pictures and information on the internet. So here are your next 3 steps if you wanted to do this, right? So you're gonna gather your paperwork, you're gonna go to that link that doesn't work, you're gonna have to contact their thing, and then I'd say block about, I think 2 hours to build is a reasonable amount of time. It's a quick prompt, you go in, you might have to do a little bit of tweaking, but it's not code, it's drag and drop GUI. So you can just like delete this box, move this thing around. The big thing is going and replacing the pictures of the brand site. I think that was the most amount of time I spent. I also rewrote a lot of the paragraphs, but that was most of what I did. All right, and then this is, anybody cares, this is the Formula 501c for Colorado. That again is super easy. You need 3 humans with a pulse that are not living in the same house and $260 in about an afternoon time. So anyway, there we go. Hopefully that was quick and easy and not super confusing. But thanks so much.
So one of the things that we typically do is that we'll link to the presentations on the Google Calendar event for the roundtable. We'll make sure we get this into there as well, so this presentation will be on there. So if you grab the Google Calendar link and then just find this event, all the resources will be on there. Okay, we are at 7:30. Oh, still hasn't mic. And I think mine was turned up. There we go. Thank you, sir. Okay, so we are at 7:30. We are going to split into our breakout rooms. This would be a good time if anybody does have any questions about stuff. They want to go grab pictures or flyers or whatever. But I think we're going to take, sorry, what now? Cookies? Grab some cookies. Don't make me take those home, please. And then we're going to take about 5 minutes to break out into our other rooms. So Cubs are going to be out and around the corner. And we're going to have our scouts, we're going to have a movie playing in the opposite room. We'll get that started for them as well. And then Scouts BSA is going to hang out here. And Mr. Chandler is going to teach us about trailer safety in here. We're going to be playing games and stuff in there. So thank you, everybody, very much. We'll see you in the breakouts.
Your tummy's Tuesday.
It's awesome.
Thanks.
Thank
I was
you.
like, I hope this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
No, it's perfect.
You do have Prince read the
Let's see, we should have display capture. Got some. Yeah, sorry guys.
Maybe we need to finish Bazooka both of them.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if we're actually going to have anybody who is watching online for us, but
Oh, do I need that?
Yeah, no, I'll take the other one.
Is it on?
It's on. Okay, we're going to start with Scouts BSA's breakout, and we're going to talk about troop trailers. So, take it away, Mr. Chandler. You just put that thing, clip it to here.
Oh, I can hold it, whatever.
It's not for them, it's for him.
Okay. I don't know if you call this a hot topic or what, but
It's a break.
it's a necessary topic. Every troop I've been in, we've always had a troop trailer, but it's not a necessity, but it sure is a nicety. So, next slide, please. So, troop trailer, what do we use them for? It's to haul our equipment that's for the camping and other events. The alternative is what? Is packing all these items into individuals' vehicles, and so you're dependent upon the number of adults that have capacity besides their own gear or other scout gear to be able to pile in the necessary equipment. So what are you going to choose for a size of a trailer? Some say bigger is better, but I've found that bigger means you have to have a bigger vehicle to haul with. So I've got an F-150, and I will not haul one of the two trailers that our troop actually has. So yeah, you got to be mindful of how much weight there is, especially with us and living in the mountainous areas. There's some tough hills, tough mountains to haul, and you could blow your transmission if you don't have the right equipment.
I've seen some smoke and brakes coming down from Camp Tahosa a few years back. And that was one of the smaller trailers. So a bigger trailer really would heat them up.
Yeah, another consideration is when you're coming down out of the mountains, if it's snowy, that trailer's going to push you. And if you don't have the right anti-sway equipment on your vehicle, it could drive you into an oncoming vehicle. So safety. So one of the key things is whether you have a trailer or not, you want to have a quartermaster for all the gear. The quartermaster does believe me, does a lot behind the scenes. If any of your troops have a quartermaster, they can attest to that, right? Things I always do is make sure we have water, make sure the propane tanks are there. The tents, when they come back from campouts, do the scouts have them dried out, or do you have to dry them out yourself? So these things are key to a quartermaster. So we'll see on a later slide, it'll be a good idea to set up an inventory. I put up a question up here of who holds the title. Wayne and I went through a recent experience where we had a troop that had to be dissolved, and we had our troop trailer. Great shape and everything, so what do we do with it? In our case, and I guess in most cases, the troop trailer and the troop equipment is all owned by our charter organization.
So I wrote a very nice letter to the charter organization and suggested that we wanted to keep all of that in scouting. So we had an organization that could use that trailer, and they were very helpful, and they said, that's fine, and that was it. So
Actually, there was a little complication.
the
in
complication
transferring the
was
title
transferring the title.
Because even though the church we were at had the title, the unit that we were going to was also had their charter organization was another church, but that church didn't want to have anything to do with the title of our trailer. So now you got to come up with somebody that is responsible enough to have that title and not just run away with it, but have the title and keep that up to date.
And the insurance.
Right, the insurance that goes with it. So a troop trailer can also be pretty useful for advertising your troop. We talked about websites, but hey, you know what's better than a troop trailer with your banner and your website on it, right? So here we're advertising troop. One thing we didn't do, and we could do, is put our website on right on the back, right?
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. It's a traveling advertisement for your troop.
And one of the troops I was involved with had the Eagle Roll of Honor on the back doors.
Yeah. Any other suggestions? Anybody seen anything unique or suggestive that they should put on a trailer?
One thing that I've seen suggested is, since a lot of the trailers out there are basically big white boxes,
Yes.
and they do have an unfortunate likelihood of being stolen, painting on the roof the troop number and other information, so aircraft, police, that type of thing, can spot it from the air, but it's easy to paint over your decals on the side, but they're not going to likely look at the roof.
You know, you're quite
So,
right about that.
As a safety
the thieves
precaution,
aren't gonna
to
look on top that much, right?
find lost trailers, have something on the roof that's painted so it can be spotted from the air.
That's an awesome idea.
Yeah,
I love it.
that is. That's a good one.
Okay.
All right.
You mentioned the style.
Yes.
This was the old trailer, right?
This is the existing troop trailer for 363.
Oh, 363? If you notice, this
So
has
we had one like that, right?
yeah, we had one in 469, and this trailer has brakes.
Oh, yeah.
And what we had, the reason we got rid of the trailer at 469 was that the brakes kept on locking.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they were coming back from summer camp, and the brakes locked, and they had a lot of issues. So it was when I was scoutmaster, and the quartermaster, the adult quartermaster said, if there's one thing I'm going to do before my son retires from the troop, or before I retire as quartermaster, we're getting a new troop trailer. And this is, the old troop trailer looks very similar to this, and then we ended up with this one, which is much easier to maneuver.
Easier, lighter. Yeah.
Lighter.
And that was the big reason is to, so a typical pickup can haul a single axle, whereas a dual axle is going to take a larger vehicle, and, you know, it's going to cost you more to just to haul it.
And not only that, there was a quandary years ago. It was up at Golden Gate, and no one would drive the trailer because there was going to be a snowstorm, and we knew it.
Oh, yeah.
So we did not go that year, and somebody was upset with me at the time, and I said, it's because, not because we couldn't handle the snow, it's because we couldn't handle the roads with the trailer. So you have to take everything into consideration.
So there's certainly, go ahead.
No.
Well, on that topic, last year we went to Camp Pattaya, or whatever it is, up near Boulder, and the
Tahosa?
no, Pattaya, it's a small little one, and it ended up snowing a whole bunch, and we were slipping and sliding and stuff, and so the troop decided to buy a set of chains that are adjustable that could live in the trailer, so whoever's pulling it would have access to chains in case they get into bad weather. So not a bad thing to have in your trailer. So
No, not a bad thing at all.
Certainly it has its advantages, right? We'll see here. Let's go ahead to the next slide. So here's on the large troop trailer. You've got plenty of space to stand full height. You've also got room to be able to access all your equipment that's on both sides. It is a little narrower than it looks in the picture, but you still can get in there. The trouble is, this space isn't very usable, right? So you're losing about 25 to 30% of the actual volume of the trailer when you have a large walk-in type of trailer. But here, we customized our shelf. Go ahead.
Room for personal gear. Yeah, that's where personal gear goes.
So yes, personal gear, you could fill this up, right? Yeah. But you're always going to have to pull the stuff out first and then be able to access the troop gear. So yeah, it's not a bad idea to put personal gear in there.
In our old trailer, in between that spot, it was wide enough. They had a cage, and that somebody welded together and everything. Very heavy cage, and that cage carried all the poles for
Our kitchen fly,
the
right?
kitchen flies.
Right.
So keep that in mind in a minute
Yeah,
when we get going.
right. But again, you know, it's convenient, it's roomy, it's nice to be able to stand up. And you can organize it in whatever way you want.
Next slide.
So next slide. So here's, this is what I call with a stuff it in style, where you don't have the room to walk around, right? Again, you can put customized shelving. You can kind of see that here and back here. You can see the different. We got. It's hard to tell, but we got our high pressure or large
Turkey
pot,
burner.
hot water pot.
Yeah.
You got Dutch ovens. You got basically everything that's in that larger trailer. I can get in this trailer.
The other thing is the one on the right is the side door. It's not the back.
Right. So, you know, you almost have to have a side door as well as a rear door on this style. If you had a side door on the larger one, basically you'd be kind of wasting that space because it would be blocked or whatever.
Okay. Remember I mentioned the cage? Well, Mike Slody, who built this trailer,
Yeah, and
and you, I had nothing to do with it. Ryan helped. But this is a false floor.
it's a
Here.
platform, yeah.
They put a platform, and then this is a 2x6.
Six.
And then you take the 2x6 out, and what's underneath this are all the poles for the kitchen flies.
There's actually enough there for 2 flies.
Yeah,
There's 2 sets of poles.
there's,
underneath it.
yeah, 2 sets, and you can't see it, but over here, what they did was they took a big hockey bag, you know, your equipment bag, and that's what they put the flies in. And it's a big hockey
Yeah,
bag.
the key about that too is that on this side here, we have the shorter poles, so they stop at the door opening. So this is the base actually of the trailer, and we stop the platform here, so it steps up on all the other areas. That gives us a little more room, accessibility, as well as being able to step into it.
And the kitchen flies themselves, the poles, what they did was they just took black and orange, and they spray painted the poles that went with the black tent and the poles that went with the orange. So that way you could separate. And I think we touched a little bit on the flies themselves, a touch of orange or black, so we knew which one went with each other.
We had separate bags
Yeah.
for the flies itself.
And then these poles here, they drilled holes and they went down down to the bottom. And what that did was it also made it more secure, and then bolted to the wall.
Yeah, we bolted it to the side, but there's very little on these lightweight trailers to bolt to, so
Yeah.
kind of a problem, but, you know, you can
But it
improvise.
works.
Yes,
Just to comment on the propane bottles, we put our propane bottles in milk crates,
yeah,
and they take just a little bit more room, but they're stable when the kids pull them out to hook up to the stove. So that's just an idea, since I saw them. Is it-
Yeah, that would work as well. And we
we've
did
never had a
that in an
problem.
old one.
We've actually got 5 of them in here. We've got one, I don't know if you noticed, how many people have burn barrels for their charcoal for their Dutch ovens? We actually got 3 of them that stack inside the other. Not only that, we've got another propane tank sitting on the inside of the burn barrels. So we make maximum use of a smaller trailer, but like I said, we get everything in here that we can get into a bigger trailer.
And I think we've gotten up to 5 patrol boxes.
Yeah, I mean, what we
That has
show
3
here is we
right
have 2 of them right now. You can get a 3rd one on top. We have what we call the old goats patrol box, which is larger and has more stuff in it, but you could get another one on top of that too. Table-wise, here and here on both sides, we got enough room to put tables the full length of the trailer.
And putting the tables in that way actually helps secure the load
That's
too.
right, go to the previous one. So here, we have tables, but they are not, they won't fit off to the side but they will fit at least off to the side and secure them against the stationary racks that are there. So,
Okay.
okay, so what do we got in there, right? I've highlighted our safety stuff, our first aid kits and our fire extinguisher. Beyond that, you got all your cooking gear, pots, pans, griddles, utensils, Dutch ovens, cleaning tubs and supplies. So as far as the basics, all these pots, pans, griddles and everything, I'm not sure how many of you actually have patrol boxes or common containers. If you go back 1 or 2, actually, that's fine. Here we have first aid kits.
It's over here.
Yeah, first aid kits and other cleaning supplies, kitchen gear that are common that all the patrols use, or you can have them separated by patrols. So go to the next one.
First aid kits
okay.
on the very left.
Yeah, first aid kit is always conveniently available, right? You want that to be handy.
I think the other thing that we always carried in the trailer is we had a football of everybody in the troop. All their medical records, we kept them one spot.
So, yeah, your water jugs, tents and tarps, lanterns, trash containers, tables. So that's your basic stuff. Next slide. So, optional, we have kitchen flies. Not everybody uses them. They are sometimes a pain to put up and take down. But that's one thing. I also put in there burn barrels and charcoal, for our Dutch ovens. A larger burner for common hot water usage. That's one of the first thing in the morning we do is fire that up and have hot water. So we have hot water for hand washing as well as coffee, hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Use a turkey fryer.
Yeah, and you modified the turkey fryer because nowadays they only go on for
Oh, a timer?
a timer.
Yeah, I fixed that.
Leave it to an engineer.
Dry boxes, non-perishable food. So many times, right, you'll buy so much food and you'll have leftovers. Well, it could go home with some parents. That's fine. Or you can keep it in your dry box. We actually have 2 bins of dry boxes for
Like
things
oatmeal
peanut
and
butter,
stuff like-
jellies, syrup, pancake mix, baking cakes. What else? Oatmeal, granola bars, all that stuff. We keep and bring that so we don't have to keep rebuying that every time you go on an outing.
Yeah, we do have Cracker Barrel, like all the
Yeah.
leftover
Right.
chip bags,
Yeah.
or crackers, or whatever.
What else do you put in your dry box? Tang.
Yeah, he drinks hot Tang every morning.
Kool-Aid, Tang, whatever.
And one of the things we did get rid of, at least my old troop, I haven't been camping with the new one, but we got rid of the coffee pots and we got French presses. So we would boil the water, throw the coffee in, and then would make a French press of coffee. And, it took up one less burner. And that was the reason why.
It stays in the old goat box.
Yes. No, it's at my house.
So, you can also have patrol boxes, ropes, if you're doing pioneering, if you're into that, axes and saws and shovels. So it's,
And,
We keep our lashing poles in our trailer too.
yeah.
Lashing poles, yeah.
okay,
Yeah, and the axes and saws, if you saw going back there,
yeah, go, look,
the axes and saws actually are right
fit
under,
underneath.
they fit nicely underneath the shelf.
yep.
So, I love this trailer. I didn't build it, but I love it. Am I going the right way?
Okay, yeah, go back to that next one, go next. Next,
Wait,
next.
That
There you
one?
are. Okay, so we talked about patrol boxes. I don't know how many of you actually use patrol boxes, but to me, to me, it aligns with the patrol methodology in that each patrol is responsible for their own box. They have their own cleaning, all their own cooking gear, cleanup utensils. And we have a list, which we'll show you later on, that if there's anything missing, they can check that off and say, or circle and say, hey, we need a new spatula because we broke the old one. But this has, self-contained. The patrols are responsible for maintaining it and keeping it clean. They can identify it. It's hard to see on here, but it had like a screaming eagle patrol, so they had their own symbol on it. And they paint them different colors. We got a purple one.
Yeah, there was a purple Smurfs when we got to the
Yeah,
troop.
that's what it was,
But
purple Smurfs.
the other thing is, what you can do is, if you're looking at patrol boxes, you can go to Home Depot or you can go, and they'll have colors that they've made mistakes on. And that's actually what that was. We got the paint cheap because it was a miscolored product. So you can sometimes get one, tell them what it's for, and they'll give you a deal on it. Because when we moved here, we moved to a brand new house, and my son had to do family life. So the family project actually was the patrol box to redo it and get it all set up. And but we figured a way around doing the family project.
This also has a working area that is hinged and it has a cable that supports that, so you can actually put some pretty good loads onto that.
Okay.
Okay. So here's an inventory checklist.
Easy for you to read.
Yeah, just the highlighted part is what we need to buy, right? So you've got, your pots and pans, your cleaning equipment, any food that you may put in there that you don't put in the dry box. But basically, it's just a list for the boys and the drum master or the quartermaster to be able to maintain. So things that normally are not in there, Clondery sleds, large poles, although I've seen some trailers, actually our trailer, the old one, big one, had a rack on top that we could put poles on. Firewood, snow shovels, coolers for the food.
And if they don't
Personal
fit in,
packs and
they
things.
fit in the back of a car or a pickup truck.
Right. Other considerations. I put in here type of jack. If you go back to the very first slide. Or this one, yeah. You notice we have the standard crank that just goes vertical. Well, it only goes up so far. Whether it's at my house or wherever, if you're going across a ditch or across a hump, it's going to start dragging. And eventually, this bends. You can see a little bit of a tilt to it. So I'm going to go to our committee and propose that we get one of them that has the flip up, the angle type, so it doesn't do that dragging. So that's one of the considerations to look at when you're, even that larger trailer has the same style.
I thought you meant a type of jack, so if you had a problem with a wheel.
That's the other thing I do anyway is every vehicle comes with its own jack. I automatically just carry a hydraulic jack with some blocks that I can use that and not have to try to dig in and get out the manufacturer's jack.
Yeah.
And normally trailers don't come with them anyway, right? So.
Okay, I'll go back. One of the things where's the equipment? What's missing? What's missing on this?
Oh, like a tire lock, wheel lock?
Nope. Dutch ovens.
Oh.
There's plenty of Dutch ovens
Didn't I
in.
put that on the previous slide?
Was it on the previous one?
Dutch ovens.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's necessary equipment.
Okay. But the nice thing about the burners for the troop are they're good size, and the Dutch oven can actually sit on the burners, and you can cook in the Dutch ovens on the burner. If you have a fire ban or something like that, that's an option. You can't have charcoal. You can use those, and.
Are you talking about the covers that go over them or not?
No, I'm just talking. If you look back,
So they have these covers
see right here. So
55-gallon drums, right, cut in half.
yeah,
So they're open, and you can put your charcoal right in those.
right now we're in a fire ban, no open fires, so you couldn't use that right now. But you can use the Dutch ovens on the stoves.
So we have these covers that are made to use Dutch ovens on the stove, so that they're like, they fold out, I don't know, they're like some sort of mesh, you know, and it keeps the heat in, so you can actually get more even heating off of the.
Oh, cool.
So there's covers for them,
Yeah.
designed for burners. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
Increase efficiency.
at NYLT, Randy knows this. Every time we do NYLT, I'd be, could we have a Dutch oven? And they're like, we're not allowed to use Dutch ovens. I'm like, no, I want to use them on the burner because they're a lot easier to clean than the metal pots. So anyway, how we doing there, Rich?
We're at the end.
That's where we were.
We're at the very end.
Cool.
That's the end. I guess the other thing is, you know, how do you get funding for your trailer?
Let's go. Yeah, where do I get some money?
Right. Besides GoFundMe, honestly, our original trailer that we had,
We sold it.
we had, I think at the time, we had 3 United and 1 Continental adult pilots that were as troop leaders. We bought it for us, so we were lucky. And after that, we would, you know, trade in and
Cool.
get a different trailer, so we had some capital.
It just
to
goes
work
on
off
top of
but,
that.
I don't know what you suggest, how to fund them, but,
Yeah, well, we sold it to some guy in Evergreen or whatever.
right.
But,
The other
and we
thing
took we took our name, if you're selling your trailer and you have your troop number on there, what you really need to do is, we didn't take everything off. Guy said, oh, we don't care. But what we did was we took off the number and we took off parts of the letter so it didn't read troop. So it wasn't a Boy Scout, Scouting America now. But back then it was still Boy Scouts.
Speaking of funding, it's kind of the same type of thing, but every once in a while, you'll see on the news where some troops has their trailer stolen,
Right.
right? And when it gets on the news, it seems somehow people just become charitable and fully fund a new trailer for the troop, so I
So
don't.
what you're saying is if I don't have a trailer yet, I just need to tell everybody that mine's been stolen.
Yeah, get
A scout is
somebody-
trustworthy.
Get the news
But-
station to advertise it.
But, you know, the other thing is,
Yeah, it works.
chain locks, when we had it we had it over at the church for a while, and we didn't feel comfortable with it being at the church. And he's got property, so we put it on his property, but we put chain locks on it. So, but they can still be cut, but at least it was a deterrent.
Honestly, one time, we were on a camp out, and we had the chain lock on the tire around the axle, and I pulled away with it, and it just snapped the chain. So,
Well, so much for that idea. It was a deterrent for a minute.
yeah, it made a noise. But we do have, in one of the pictures there, we have, what do they call those type of wheel locks?
Yeah. I forget.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah, the boot style.
But, thank you, Rich. Appreciate it. I hope you found that interesting. Some of you have been doing this a long time,
Yeah, I've been doing it for like 25 years, so
longer than that.
35, 32 years, yeah.
What?
I've been doing it longer than that.
Really? Wow.
Well, I'm trying to think. His son got Eagle in what year?
2002.
2002, and the other one just missed
I've been
it.
with the troops since
90?
92.
92. So,
That was 34 years ago.
yeah. So anyway, so thank you. Appreciate all you've done. Any questions? Okay. Oh, yeah, we do have extra time. So we're always interested in your ideas. As district chair, I'm giving up the role of running this part of it. But we want to hear from you guys what you want to talk about. So email me, email Bill, email John Dawson if you have his number, the Lux's. And also, if anybody's interested in helping us, we're looking forward to that. We are going to put an org chart together on our district. Bill Kohler's working on that right now, and we'll put it up one of these days so you see how high up on the chain Randy is.
One of the things we kind of briefly touched on here with the troop trailers is kitchen flies. How many troops in here don't have kitchen flies?
Well, we use
garages?
10 by 10 pop-ups.
Okay, you still have something.
They stand up in our trailer, and we can sort of strap them in. To
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good, and they're quick.
Pop-ups, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a pop-up, but we don't, it's not in great shape, so.
These pop-ups,
Like Moab or something, and they get blown over.
That's right.
yeah. The pop-ups you have, do they have solid sides or netted sides, or are they just plain open?
They're more like what you'd see at a farmer's market, but they do have sides available. We hardly ever use those except when it's really cold.
The reason we started getting these flies is our troop used to go up on Pikes Peak every year and do a Quincy camp out. And that's brutal, right? I mean, that's cold, and when you're at 11,000 feet and you're trying to cook a meal and you don't have one, it just made it miserable for the boys, and they didn't want to come on the camp out. So having a kitchen fly with sides, like I said, it's a lot of trouble to put up.
What is it exactly?
It's a garage,
It's a
basically.
10 by 20
10 by 20. yeah.
garage, and what you do is you buy,
It's a kit. Like you can buy
it's a
from-
kit, but you buy the heavier duty kit. You don't, you buy the ones with stronger legs, otherwise they're gonna,
We do have one of those, we call it the Taj.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The night,
Carport, basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is a
carport,
carport.
We were on the shooting fest, or I was there, and we put it up over in the shotgun area, but that one was 20 by 20. That was a real pain to put up and take down. And I would suggest go multiple smaller ones rather than one big one. We can still get 4 patrol boxes, 4 patrols, even in a 10 by 20. As long as you shoo out people who aren't cooks.
Yep.
But
The other nice thing with
and for winter camping, if you guys do year-round camping, you'll probably want one of those. Maybe you won't use it during the summer, which is fine. But if you use it in the winter, and we can have winter, of course, in Colorado in fall and springtime, and it really comes in handy.
yeah. My first my first 4 years here in Colorado, we did, the camporee ended up being like the first weekend in October at Pioneer Trails when we were that. And, well, no, it didn't matter where it was. It snowed 3 of the 4 is what I was getting at. So it snowed quite a bit. But anyway, so,
One thing to think about the pop-ups that get damaged, save them as spare parts.
yes,
I mean, if you're getting the same brand,
Oh, I see, yeah.
yeah.
save them for spare parts.
And you
And
can get
the-
multiples for, each patrol, right,
Yeah.
if you want to.
And they've gone up a lot in price of late, but Coleman's, I found, were the heavier duty ones. But anyway,
But again,
but,
yeah, if you have the sides on them, it's good for winter camping. And if you want your scouts to come back, for each year for a clonderie, give them a little comfort, will you?
yeah.
Be considerate, as well as the adults.
We had one guy who brought a wood burning stove. It was a funeral tent, so we called it the Taj Mahal. And we set it up. It was, we had all the adults in there at night. That's where we slept, in this hall set up. That was Mr. Seeley. But anyway, we're done. Thank you so much. We should huddle up and say, John, you want to run it?
All right, let's form ourselves a big circle, and, you know, sort of, maybe sort of an egg shape or, you know, something like that. We're gonna do right hand over left, join together, and we'll leave a space somewheres. There we go.
Now, whoever's watching this can hear it.
Yeah, we're going to leave a big circle here. And
We got the space here, so.
so why do we leave a space in a circle of scouting? There's always room for another scout. I'll give the Scoutmaster benediction. This one comes back from a long time ago. Many of you may know it. Those of you who have been here to Roundtable before have heard me say it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say it once, and I'll go 1, 2, 3, and you will, we'll all say it together. So it goes like this. May the great Scoutmaster of all Scouts be with us and guide us until we meet again. 1, 2, 3. May the great Scoutmaster of all Scouts be with us and guide us until we meet again. Good night, Scouts. Good night, Scouters. Let's see you next month. Hope to see you also after next month. And we're not going to be here in July. We'll see you in August, I hope. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here.